February 23. This is a tip that really doesn't do anybody any good if you live in the South, like I do here in southern Oklahoma. But if you live up north, you still got ice on the water. Now, in a lot of places I know with the warm spring, it's getting pretty thin. But what's something that you can do when you got ice on the water, besides drill a hole in it and fish down there, that can help you catch fish later on in the year? Good morning, guys and girls. February 23, reading from a Catch a Better Life book or the Catch a Better Life channel, sitting here in my new boat building. I say new, we've had it for a couple of years. Just now, finally getting some stuff up on the wall. I'm just getting started on that. I got some Lucky Strike stuff hanging up there. Got some worms hanging over there. I got all my wire hangers up there. I bought me a bunch of pigs. I bought a bunch of pigs, and I'm going to be getting that done here pretty soon. But we're reading from the Catch a Better Life book on the Catch a Better Life channel. If you're not subscribed to the Catch a Better Life channel, subscribe to that channel right now. If you want a copy of this book, you can get it at JimHouston.com. Get it at Bass Pro Shop, Barnes & Noble, Cabela's, Hobby Lobby, just about anywhere books are sold, Books A Million. We've got a scripture for every single day. We've got a fishing tip for every day, and a devotional built around fishing. February 23rd, we're looking at the book of Proverbs, and it says, a righteous man regards the life of his animals. A righteous man regards the life of his animals. Here's what I wrote about that. My buddy, Gary Yamamoto Lures, always has a practice partner or two during the practice days for FLW professional fishing tournaments. Now, it's common knowledge that I stopped fishing tournaments after 2019. Actually, I had a good year in 2019, won over $50,000. I quit fishing those tournaments due to rule changes that didn't allow my wife, Chris, to practice with me during the tournaments. Now, I'd had to quit in 2021 when she had her stroke anyway, but I would have fished the entire 2020 season, which would have been nice, and part of 2021. I may go back to fishing tournaments. I don't know. I may go back. I'd like to go back and fish BASS for a year or two, but as long as I'm taking care of Chris, that's not going to happen. But hey, Ricky Clunn's fishing out there and doing well, and Ricky Clunn's 112 years old. My buddy Ricky, I tell you, one of the greatest fishermen of all time. How does Gary and get away with having practice partners? Because he fishes under the same rules I do. How does he get away with having a fishing partner in practice? It isn't his beautiful wife, Beverly. It's Gary's precious little dogs. That's right. He says his little dogs with him. Rain or shine, they go fishing with Gary. Sometimes he's got one. Sometimes he's got a couple. He's probably had as many as 3 or 4 out there. The little dogs, they don't count as a practice partner, so Gary gets away with it. God was saying in today's verse that consistently righteous people take care of their animals. If you're a consistently righteous person, Proverbs are full of attributes of the righteous. It tells a lot in Proverbs. You want to be a righteous person, if you look in Proverbs, it'll tell you what attributes you need to have in your life in order to become righteous. Righteous folks help their neighbors. Righteous folks tell the truth. They don't lie. Righteous folks are honest. Righteous people are dependable. They work hard. And they have a whole lot more. The Proverbs is full of things that if you want to become a righteous person, consistently righteous in your life, you can find them right there in Proverbs. Those are just a few of the things right there that righteous people exhibit or exude, you might say. But here's what the deal is to me. For God to include animals with such merited characteristics shows how much God regards the lives that he created. Not only your life and my life, but the lives of the animals that he created as well. I think most of us regard the lives of our animals about the same as members of our family. I know that I sure do. Yeah, my dogs, those animals, my deer, they're almost family to me, especially some of the deer that I get to raise and bottle feed and handle and when they're babies and be able to pet when they're big. I regard them just about like family members, and it hurts a lot when I lose them, no doubt about it. About time to go feed the animals, as a matter of fact. Here's our tip for today. And it's a good one. If it's legal where you live, build brush piles. That's right. Build brush piles out on the ice for better fishing later on. You can build those brush piles out there. You can put lay down a pin on your phone, put a GPS mark, whatever you want to do, which is what, when you're putting a pin on your phone, you've got that. So when you're out there fishing, those brush piles, when that ice goes away, you have ice out, they call it up there, that ice goes away, that ice will sink right down to the bottom right where it is. So some of the same places where you're finding fish under the ice in the wintertime, great place to have a brush pile. A lot of places that's perfectly legal to do. It's one of those deals where if you're putting a brush pile in the lake and where it's not legal to do, a lot of people sneak around and still do that. Without a doubt, they do that. They cut stuff. They do it at night. A lot of people put them out at night because they don't want other folks to know for them. One of the things about putting a brush pile out on the ice, other folks can find that as well. Only the folks that's getting out there on those ice, and they're probably dropping a pin mark on it as well. So you're probably building some brush piles for other folks. But when folks see you doing that and where it's legal to do it, other people will start doing it, and so you'll have really a lot of places. Not only will you have places to fish, it'll help the fish populations on those lakes as well. It'll help the spawn, it'll help the little fish be able to survive, and you'll have more fish get the bigger fish, which is the ones we're trying to catch. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. And remember, I sure do love you.